Today in My, how the turntables. The CEO of Cyber Ninjas is running away from unhinged MAGA chuds. I know. So now on Friday, Slate reported that Doug Logan, the CEO of Florida-based Cyber Ninjas security firm that conducted the controversial quote-unquote audit of ballots in Maricopa County, Arizona, is now swearing off conducting any more such so-called audits around the country. And it's not because of the left. In fact, he's going to explain on the Joel Oatman show why he is no longer doing this. Take a look.
So you're getting it from the left, you're getting it from conservatives.
I am.
So, yeah, well, would you do it again? If another state called you and said, hey, we want to audit, would you do it again knowing all the slings and arrows you had to go through the first time?
If in prayer the Lord told me to do it, I would do it again. Otherwise, no, I would not be inclined to. And quite frankly, it's not because of the left, it's because of the right. It's because the attacks of the many messages I've gotten, like the one that Joe sent me, and other stuff like that, who think that I did not do enough, that I did not put enough on the line.
Mine was about the draft. Mine was about it being a fake draft. I was upset about that because I questioned my integrity, right? And frankly, you didn't even know that I'm the one that released it. And by the way, Doug, I did it for you. I did it because people came to me and said, Doug is under constant attack. They're doxed his family. Look, I would have flown to wherever with an AR-15, stood in front of your house and popped the first person that walked through that came to your front door. I would have done that for you, right? So when I put out that draft, I put out that draft to protect you because I believe what they do to one of us, they do to all of us. And I would gladly lay down my life for another American every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Press X to doubt on that one. Especially considering the comments I'm about to read from some of the viewers of Joel Oatman's show. So now, as you just saw, we were wondering where that leaked draft of that Arizona so-called audit had come from. Turns out Oatman is responsible for publishing the draft. So now that initial draft had some lines, and it's almost identical to the one that was officially released, but it had a couple of lines changed. Which basically claimed in the end that the conclusions were, well, this election should not be certified, it should be decertified because the results are unreliable. Now, later on, the Cyber Ninjas report, Logan's report, actually didn't even say that at all. It said that, well, actually, we found that for the most part, the official counts were correct. And actually, we found a few more, a few more votes for Joe Biden. And so, interesting. Now, that, of course, report had led the hogs to go absolutely apeshit. In fact, here's some responses. You've got some of the stuff here. 2.5 hours of my time totally wasted. And that's, of course, how long he was on the Oatman show. Doug Logan is a sellout, very weak, disappointed in him big time. Massive disappointment. Doug Logan is weak, total waste of time. Now we know nothing will ever come of the Arizona audit. Oh my God. There's more. If the man who did the audit himself can't say there was a massive fraud, then I think we have a problem. Oh yes. A godly man, but we need to be bolder and understand what is at stake. His standard for surety is higher than the courts. Oh, there's more. We've got more unhinged responses here. Effing POS sold us out. What a loser. Came out and said that the draft report was fake. I've been in the auditing business for 32 years. Coward. Sorry, us children that could end up under communism, and he better be willing to die. Oh, wow, that got dark. Many thanks for this podcast. Very disappointed. Believe Doug is missing the forest from the trees. His auditing career is over. Really won't be able to show his face in public again. And then, of course, there's the obligatory, we're in a pre-Civil War. Yikes. Big yikes. And so, again, my favorite comment, though, I already read it. But if the man who did the audit himself can't say there was massive fraud, then I think we have a problem. You're so close. You were so very close. Yes, there is a problem. There is a problem, just not the problem that you were thinking. Okay? Like maybe the fact that this entire audit, this entire conspiracy theory about, voter fraud is bullshit, and that Joe Biden won the election fair and square. Because that's what happened. He won fair and square. Now, again, this supposed audit looked into every single conspiracy theory in the book in order to get their desired result. And guess what? They could not deliver. They couldn't deliver. They were not. They weren't DiGiorno at this point because there was no delivering, or maybe they were DiGiorno. I don't know. Either way, when you looked at how big of a mess this was, remember they did not follow proper count procedures. Okay, they looked for bamboo fibers in ballots, bamboo ballots, used UV lights to find Chinese watermarks, and blocked mainstream reporters from covering the process that they used. All of that, and still, you end up with nothing, nada, not a goddamn thing, not a tiny little crumb of evidence. That leaked draft, which was celebrated by the right wing, wasn't even correct. Logan told Vice that this false version claims to be an earlier version of the Cyber Ninja's executive summary, but because of the supposed threats from Arizona Senate, it was not used. This is absolutely false. And now we know exactly who leaked it, Joel Oatman. So, and now Joel Oatman apparently gave it to Amy Vandersteel. So who's Amy Vandersteel? Amy Vandersteel is a QAnon Pizzagator who has a big Telegram channel, and she shared it across that channel as well as her Your Voice America media outlet. And so that from there perpetuated all the way out to Jim Hoff's his outlet, and I can't remember the name. Gateway Pundit, that's what it is. And the only reason I can remember Gateway Pundit is because the guy who ran Gateway Pundit apparently shit on the floor during a college party or something. And I don't know if that's related to the gun girl, Caitlin Bennett, who also shit her pants during a college party. I mean, basically all the shit stories have, tell you everything you need to know about the Gateway Pundit, okay? And their so-called reporting. But this is a great example of how this fake bullshit spreads across the right, this fake news, right? It goes from one obscure part of the internet to another part and then spreads all around. And then you got millions of people that believe this nonsense without a shred of evidence to back it up. Now, sadly for Doug Logan, that whole fake report got him in worse trouble when he had to actually go and debunk it. But you know what? I don't feel bad for him at all. Not at all. Not at all. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and he's winning the stupidest prize of all, having MAGA completely turn on him. Now, I think that was always going to be the result for these people who buy into insane conspiracy theories. And one more thing real quick. So I'm just going to gloat here for a second. I'm going to be insufferable. I think I deserve to be insufferable, even though, of course, everyone in their right mind knows that this was going to happen and knows that this was nothing more than nonsense. But if you're a creator like myself, if you're a YouTuber, or, all the different platforms, you get people that pop up in your comments that are like, oh, Donald Trump won. Wait till you see the Arizona audit. Then you're going to be sorry. Yeah, you're going to know who's the real winner. Oh, what now? What now? What now, bitch? What now? What happened to your vaunted Arizona audit? What happened? What happened? Oh, I know. New conspiracy time, right? You better get on that. Deep state, cover up. Joe Biden somehow stole the election with China. And had the aliens come down with the lizard skins, the lizard people, to go and steal the election. Yeah, that's what happened. It's always another conspiracy. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.